Hi friends, it's Teresa here. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am sharing a cut file layout with you for the Erica Rose Creates creative team. And so this is the Let's Be Friends cut file. And of course I'll have links down below. And what I decided to do today is experiment with cutting the back for the cut file out of a transparency. And so that's what I've done. I've also cut out the cut file itself using white cardstock. And then I have a couple of choices for the background paper. I decided on purple. And then I'm also working with pattern papers and embellishments in the puffy sticker pack from Paige Evans' Blooming Wild collection. So the first thing I'm going to do is adhere my cut file to the backing. And so full disclaimer here, I didn't really know how it would work out. I had never put a transparency through the silhouette before. And so I will give a little warning that it will eat up a blade, at least in the silhouette. But I will also say that the end result turned out so beautiful. It was totally worth it, and I'm glad I tried it. This is also, it's one of the Paige Evans transparencies, and it is a really thick one. So some of the thinner ones might not be so chewy on your blade. I think I ran this through probably 4 or 5 times with a double cut on the transparency setting in the silhouette. But again, I think it was totally worth it. I loved the outcome of this and love the transparent aspect of it. I am not quite decided yet on the background for the cut file because if you noticed in my introduction that it changes the vibe a little bit. The 2 purples that I had that went best with this collection. So I'm still undecided about that, but that's fine. So let me tell you a little about my photo on this day. And so this photo is of our 4 littles when they were little. And so this was back in October of 2011. And Alan and I had just begun dating in September of that year. And so this is like one of our first play dates. I say one of because I didn't actually get any pictures of our first play date. But this is when I really, they started connecting and bonding and really playing well together. And that's what is, I feel like, is captured in this photo. They're on top of they're at the Greensboro Science Center in Greensboro, North Carolina. And so there's a turtle, there's underneath a turtle shell. And the reason that I chose a lot of purple for this layout is because Asher's shirt is purple in the photo. And this is going to be where this photo will be housed in Asher's album. And so it ties the photo in with the layout perfectly, I think. And so I think that after a little bit of decision making, I went ahead and positioned the photo off to the left-hand side. I popped it up with foam tape just so I can tuck some things underneath and around it, starting with the little yellow banner piece. And then I'm also going to, of course, add some embellishment clusters in other spots in the layout. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here, is just building another embellishment cluster Here I'm using this tag as kind of a shape maker for the cutout of the little green pattern paper. And then there was also this little rainbow that I didn't end up using, but there's a little white spot here on that paper that had lines on it. And so that's going to be my journaling spot. And I'm going to staple those two together so that just the little green flowers just show a little bit behind that banner. And then I'm going to go through here and see what if the flower embellishments fit in with this layout. And I have to say that the flowers from this collection may be some of my favorites from a Paige Evans collection ever. I really like the softer ones, the more soft edge florals, and this collection provided those in spades. I love it. They just have a softer, more relaxed feel to them. Notice too how I'm using the cut apart sheet for some of the elements on the page. There's a little word phrase here that I wanted to use underneath the photo. And again, just using that yellow banner as a backing piece for the word art, and or the word strip. Some of the word strip is layered on top of the photo, and then the yellow banner is underneath the photo, just to add more layers and have some things peeking out and some things more on top. So I went ahead and wrote out my journaling just about how much I enjoyed. Even now, I enjoy watching our children hang out together, chat and laugh and listen to music together and talk about games, movies, friends, school, all the different things that they do. We are a blended family, and 2011 was the year that Alan and I actually really don't remember exactly when we met, but we know we started dating on Labor Day weekend in 2011. And so having this documentation of some of the early days is so important, especially as I'm seeing them now that they're older, and some of them are leaving the house or have left the house, and those relationships are still really close and they're still really bonded, and I love that. I'm so glad that we fostered that and worked with them to help make that a possibility. Very, very thankful. Lots of gratitude behind this layout, and I love so much that a simple cut file and some pretty colors and pretty flowers can help you to think about those special things in your life. So I feel like I've got 2 points on a visual triangle. I've got the photo and the journaling, and the upper corner of the layout was looking a little bit bare up there. So I'm going to stop rhyming and do another little word strip and some more little florals up there in the corner. And just again, loving these flowers. Now you'll notice one thing I did is I did not adhere those to touch the top of the page, because I have something in mind, something else in mind that I'm going to do here in just a moment. But first, I am going to add another word strip here. I'm not sure why, but I felt like there needed to be a little tiny bit of something darker up there. I don't know. But I love how that looks. And of course, you know, all the colors tie in so beautifully because of that transparency. So, and I guess you can see that I did make the decision to use the lighter purple for the background, for the cardstock background. And then I grabbed my jelly roll here, and I'm going to create just a hand-drawn border around the entire layout. And that is the reason why I left, or why I adhered the top embellishment cluster lower and not touching the top of the page, so that I would have room for this border. And there was a couple of reasons why I did this. One is the white outline of the cut file is very striking on the page, and I did that on purpose, right? It stands out so you can very clearly see the words on this page. And I felt like it needed something else white. And this was a fun way to do that. I kind of sped it up a little bit faster for you. That's a great way to add another white element. You could, of course, just do a plain white frame in white cardstock around the layout. But doing little hand-drawn doodles is also a really fun way to add a border. I forgot actually how much I loved doing little hand-drawn things like that on a page, so it was kind of fun to do that here. And then one of the last things I'm going to do here is add some of these little puffy sticker flowers and hearts around the page as well, just adding a few more little details to the embellishment clusters and also to the background cardstock here. Just adding all this fun little details that we love so much. And with that, the layout will be complete. Thank you so much for following along with me today. I hope you will check out this cut file on the Erica Rose Creates shop. I will link that down below. And also join us in the Erica Rose Creates Facebook group, where you'll see tons of further inspiration from the creative team and probably some more layouts using this beautiful cut file. I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.